Let's return to live pictures of the Olympic flame making its way down to Trafalgar Square, and we can join Sky's Darren Little, who is there waiting for its arrival. Darren, what's the atmosphere like there?
Fantastic atmosphere. Tens of thousands of people in Trafalgar Square waiting for the torch to arrive here. It's been on somewhat of a VIP tour of some of the most famous sites in London today. It's joining us here in Trafalgar Square after coming through the West End from Leicester Square, and before that it was in the main shopping areas of Regent Street and Oxford Street. Before that it went to St Paul's Cathedral, and it's going to end the day in quite some style after coming here, which of course was the focal point of where people gathered 7 years ago, just over 7 years ago, to see whether London's bid to stage the Games was successful. After it's been here, it will go on to Downing Street and then on to Buckingham Palace, where it's going to be greeted by the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge and Prince Harry. It will end the day in Hyde Park, where there'll be a celebration concert featuring the likes of The Wanted and Rizzle Kicks.
Yeah, we're just looking at pictures here at the moment as the torch appears to be being handed over. I believe aerial pictures from the helicopter as it continues to make its way down towards you. And this is the penultimate day, really, of the torch's journey as it prepares to enter the Olympic Stadium, Darren.
Yeah, and you can tell that by the makeup of the crowd here. You know, people are now climbing on the fountains and trying to get any vantage point possible. As I say, several thousand people in the square, clearly from many different nations. I can see Brazilian flags, Kenyan flags, South African flags, Mexican flags, as well as an awful lot of Union flags as well. So you really do get the feeling that we're not far away. And don't forget that we have the clock here as well in Trafalgar Square, and that really does bring it home. 1 day, 3 hours, and just under 20 minutes until the opening ceremony of the Olympic Games.
Yeah, that countdown going on. And there's been a lot of cynicism, hasn't there, in the last week or so, Darren, particularly because of the security issues, the threat of strike action. Do you think now that the torch is here, that it's actually getting some... actually, we're just going to cross to Downing Street. We can see the Prime Minister has made his way out. The bunting is flying, the flags are being waved, and they are waiting there for the arrival of the torch. And Sophie Ridge is there. Apologies to Darren Little. Let's talk to Sophie. Sophie, not long until the torch arrives with you. We can't talk to Sophie at the moment. We've just lost our connection with her, but we can see David Cameron there greeting children who have gathered outside Downing Street in the sunshine, waiting for that Olympic torch to arrive. It's due there shortly after entering Trafalgar Square, where, as Darren Little was saying, the atmosphere is fantastic. People waiting to catch a glimpse of it. It has got within an hour of 95% of the UK. It has been on a 70-day journey, or it certainly will have been by the time it enters the Olympic Stadium tomorrow, due to be in Downing Street, well, within the next 10-15 minutes or so. And here it is, entering Trafalgar Square. And the torchbearer you can see there is Patrick Kane, who carried the flame into Trafalgar Square. He was, when he was just 9 months old, he contracted meningococcal septicemia, a virulent form of meningitis. Doctors saved his life, but he lost his right leg below the knee, all of the fingers from his left hand, and part of each finger on his right hand. He's 14 years old. He has a prosthetic leg and a bionic hand, and he was nominated because it said he deserves to carry the flame as a shining example of someone who has never allowed himself to be disadvantaged by the tragic circumstances of his life, an inspiration to us all. And you can see the crowds going wild there as Patrick takes the flame into Trafalgar Square. Darren, standing right there, and this is the whole purpose of this torch procession, this relay with the various torch bearers, inspirational individuals.
Oh, without doubt, and I think that's why this has been such a success, actually. And I think also you can see from the interest from the people, look at the number of people taking pictures with their mobile phones and cameras, and this has been the case throughout the UK as the torch has gone around the country in the last month or so. And as you said, in terms of the cynicism and the talk about various problems with security and the like, I think we're now getting to that point, and you can feel it in the atmosphere around Trafalgar Square here, that people are ready to put that to one side and they're ready to really enjoy these games and the festival that they'll bring. And I think the fact that the sun is also shining and it's a lovely sunny time at the moment, it's also helping the general atmosphere. Look at that look on Daniel's face, really enjoying it.
Yeah, and I think that is the point, isn't it? I mean, once in a lifetime opportunity for these torch bearers, but also for the crowds there gathered to see the Olympic flame passing through the capital.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, many of these people have been here for several hours, and that's been the case all around the country. People have made a day of it, gone out and staked their place by the side of the road just to get, what was that, 5-10 minutes worth of seeing the Olympic flame, but just to be able to say that they were there and they saw it. They might not have got tickets for any of the events, but at least they've seen this, and I think it's a fantastic atmosphere. And as I say, here in London specifically as well, it's an international event here, and you really get a feeling that people are very much looking forward. Let's check the clock. 1 day, 3 hours and 15 minutes until that Olympic opening ceremony gets underway.
Yeah, so Patrick Kane carrying the torch from Trafalgar Square. It's going to head down Whitehall to Downing Street. On the right of your screen, you can see the school children gathered there, waving their flags. The Prime Minister has also come out to greet the torch as it arrives. And a real party atmosphere, and the sun has finally come out, Darren, which, as you said, has certainly helped the crowds.
Oh, without doubt, people are loving this, and it really is a festival atmosphere here in Trafalgar Square. You know, people very hot, but they're also enjoying it, and also the fountains giving them a chance to cool off. But just really trying to soak up the atmosphere and that international flavour. These people coming from all over, you can tell that they're getting very excited, not just about the opening ceremony, but also about the 2 weeks or so of games that we're preparing for right now.
Darren, thank you. And there are aerial pictures of London looking resplendent in the sunshine as the Olympic torch makes its way through the capital. We'll have more in a moment.